Welcome to Twisted Strands, episode 103. My greetings and salutations. My name is JD, or you can call me Jeannie, either or. And I am soaking wet because I just took a shower, so hence the name of the podcast, I think, for today, because I'm getting a little lazy in my old age. Okay, maybe not. I did do mowing the lawn, so yay me. We have beer in the house, but I'm not drinking it because I'm on a medication this week. Yada yada, so you'll see me drinking again. Trust me. I live with my parents. What excuse else do I need, you know? Anyway, so, Oh, I want to answer some questions from the thread of questions and stuff you want to hear or know about or whatever. And Bindij asked a really good question about the picture that is back there. Excuse me while I move to show it. It is a fan art piece of the Transformers. And it is a pencil drawing, very detailed, of a battle between the Autobots and Decepticons, and I did not do it. I purchased it during a Transformers convention from a very talented, sort of snotty young man named Dan Kana. And, yes, he's very talented, and he's actually moved on from doing art and conventions to doing covers and pages for the Transformers comic series. So that is what that is. Thank you for asking, Bindij. And I think who else? Sun Country, who is a sweetie, along with Bindij. Bindij, you're awesome too. You're all awesome, you know that. Asked me if I could learn another craft, what would it be? I think I'm full up with crafts that I'm doing. Between sewing, not often, beading, not very often, and knitting and crochet and spinning, I'm kind of full up. But if I had no job or whatever, if I won the lotto, how about that? I'd probably try to learn a little bit of cross stitch, because I find that really beautiful and intriguing. So that's that. Thank you for asking questions. I know it's been a damn month, and I'm sorry about that. But time gets wibbly wobbly and far away from where I want it to be. Oh, I have new yarns to show you. Remember when I was all excited about Turtle Pearl dyeing me up some lace for the special seashell shawl? Well, I got it in the mail. It's beautiful. I think she's actually going to call it Jersey Shore if she ever does it again for anybody else. But check that out. It's got shine, it's got warmth. It is awesome. And I was able to afford it. And yeah, once I'm done with some other shawls, I will probably start working on it, but it looks like a really complex project from what I could tell. But thank you so much for dyeing this up for me, Turtle Pearl. Blah, blah. Turtle Pearl. You can find her at turtlepearl.artfire.com. That's artfire.com. So that's really awesome. I got 2 skeins. Oh, and you should see this. It's really cute. She gave me a wee turtle stitch marker. So cute. So that's my happy. The mailman doesn't know what to think when I go, yay, my stuff. Anyway, finally, I have finished my LOM Knee, which is what I'll call it, and I wrote some notes about it. Here it is. Now these yardages are approximate because I suck at counting it, and I don't know where my nitty dotty is. But apparently I've got about 240 yards of 3-ply sport weight yarn. So that's what that is. That's nearly the thinnest I've ever spun it. This is pre-wash and whack. I haven't even washed and whacked the last pretty that I spun. And then because I miscalculated, because sometimes I has the derp, I actually ended up with another hank of 2-ply fingering, sort of heavy fingering weight yarn. That's the thinnest I've ever spun. And it's a little curly, but I got about 109 yards of that. I do not know why it's misbehaving. You can't have my face, camera. You must focus on the yarn. And that color's not too far. It's like a tan, beige, gray type of yarn. And I also ended up with yet more of a single yarn, but it was in bad shape and kept breaking, so I wound it onto a little ball, and I haven't touched it since. It's not pretty. Well, it's pretty, but it's not worthwhile. So those are the exciting new yarns. And oh, what else happened? Oh, happenings. I went to, excuse the shaking, a finishing class where I got to mess around, mostly with stocking stitch, but we did do some garter stitch stuff. But I ripped out the garter stitch stuff. I took it with Keith of Knits All Done. He's in the New Jersey, New York metro area, and we played with seaming and picking up stitches. That is Red Heart with some hand-dyed pink that I had scraps of. Look how nice. And that's without blocking. Oh, you can't really tell how nice it is, can you? It sucks. And I learned how to weave in ends, and he showed me how to duplicate stitch it. Like, you have to really pull the knitting apart and find a stitch and duplicate stitch it. So if you find a YouTube video or something that has, sorry about the shaking, my stupid knees keep touching the desk. If you find a good YouTube video about duplicate stitch, you will probably be able to do this, and that is the weaving in tutorial that we all wanted him to show us. And even though it's a contrasting yarn, you can hardly tell. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Look at this. Don't look at that. So anyway, I feel like it was worth the $45. I'm not one for taking knitting classes because I have a library full of books, so I usually use that and the internet to learn my techniques. But it was very nice to have this cute young guy teach us all how to improve our skills in finishing, seaming, picking up, weaving in ends, yada yada. It was good. It was useful, and I'm gonna try and not forget any of the stuff he showed us. Anyway, let me tell you about a knit along I plan on doing with another podcaster. Her name is Amber, I believe, and she is the Chaotic and Crafty podcaster. And we decided that we loved this skull shawl, and I'm going to actually go to the page of it on Ravelry because I am not very good at German or Danish or what have you, unfortunately. I suck. No, that's a pineapple. And sooner or later this will pop up. No, it won't. Okay. So not with it today. I apologize. It's the heat, I tell ya. The heat. I'm just gonna look up Shawl. Because Ravelry is awesome and has great records and... Oh god, her name. Oh. She's probably such a sweet lady and I'm saying that, but it's Kungen och Matkis. And I've slaughtered it, I'm sure. Yeah, and she doesn't have any information about it. But it's the skull shawl, and it's so fucking cool. It's a badass shawl, so any of you crocheters, any of you happy hookers looking for the perfect Halloween shawl, please join me and Amber. It is a free pattern. And look at the skulls! I love these. I love the shawl. It's going to be quite a challenge for me because I am not terribly bright at reading crochet patterns, but you know, I'm gonna do my damnedest. And one of the very helpful ravelers actually made a chart. Thank goodness. And let me go back and give this person credit, because awesome. Oh, it is in my queue. That's so smart. Doofus. Don't disagree with me when I call myself doofus, because it is true. Ah, cool. And her name is French. It's the day of the tongue twisters. First the seashell shawl, and now these two people. Both awesome, but oh god, Cadre de Cars skull shawl, and she did all this work and made up a damn chart, and I think it will be so cool. And that is something we're going to do with Amber. So maybe I'll give you a skein of handspun for that. If you participate, make it richer. Come on. If you don't crochet, learn too. I think she's gonna do something as a gift for it too. So come on and join us for this difficult foreign language shawl that has some instructions in English and a chart from a French girl or someone who likes French. Yay! I'm nuts. Seriously. But enough about pipe dreams about skull shawls. Let's get to what I'm actually working on, and you know what it is. It's not even near done. It's the beautiful Cursebreaker 9.0 by Michelle Dunayer. Yeah. Maybe if I drink, I'll be able to say these words better. Do you think? No. Okay, fine. Screwed up. Mad Cat Fancies is her design studio, and it's the Cursebreaker, and it is being very pretty and nifty and cool. I don't want to show you the design, so I'm flipping the page to this so you can see what it'll look like generally. I'm still in the first part of the pattern, of course, but it is very enjoyable. And now it's difficult now that I've got my stitch counts right. So, yay! LOM lace merino and an H hook, as per. Actually, it's the exact same yarn used in the pattern, so go me! I don't often do that. So, there it goes. The points are becoming obvious. The colors are pretty. And I have an itch. So anyway, yes, I'm going to put a little locking stitch marker once oh god, I've ripped it out a little bit by manhandling it to get it over here. This has been my go-to fun frilly project, and it is that. It's fun and frilly, but I do need to concentrate and look at it more. So the general project is the cable tank top by that lady whose name I've forgotten. A fine podcaster you be. Anyway, yes, I've done a few rows, not a ton. I'm not even past the 9 inches here, so I will also put a locking stitch marker right here. Which color do you think I should use? Which would contrast more? Ooh, I think we should do orange. I'll put it right here so we can all see my progress this coming week, because yes, I do like doing that. It's fun to see how I come along with the projects. Just like I love seeing the progress people make on the whip your whips into shape thread. I have seen some beautiful things being finished, and I'm so proud of all of you. You've done a wonderful job, but we're only 21 days into the month of May. You can do another. Come on. I'm probably going to have to work on this damn tank top until June, but by golly, I'm going to finish it. Damn it. Did I tell you when the skull shawl? Damn it, Jeannie. Keep your knees off the desk. I give everybody fucking vertigo. Anyway, that's June. Amber is chomping at the bit to start this, so anyway, I'm going to probably use some black and purple yarn that I've got in my stash, because that's how I roll. Anyway, yeah. So that's all the knitting and crocheting I'm doing. No finished objects, of course, because that's the story of my life. And let's go on to spinning. Let's do spinning. I finished that gorgeous LOM Knee yarn. I have to wash and whack it. And now I am spinning some absolutely fabulous bats from Butterfly Girl. It's her Blackbird colorway. It is black, I think merino, with gorgeous shimmering blue highlights and green highlights, and it is awesome. And it's pretty much the first it's the first yarn I'm spinning for a specific project. Thankfully, it is a project that requests an Iran weight yarn, so hopefully I'll have a bobbin full to show you soon, because it's so soft and pretty. I'm trying my damnedest not to knit it too, not to spin it too thin, because Iran. I should be fine at that. Oh, so anyway, stuff and junk. Let's see, already answered the questions. Let's go into movies to watch while you're knitting and spinning and crocheting. I rented On Bloody Sunday from Netflix, and it's a horror film about a serial killer who is nutso, and really, it was a real cheap ass film. Really, I mean, the production quality, I'd give it a 1 skein. The acting, maybe a 2 skein. But I found the plot interesting, so that's a 3 skein. I liked the plot once they got to it. And it is just a weird movie I can't in good conscience actually recommend it. So I'm gonna give it 2 skeins. It's not a 1 skeener because they tried. It was so bad. Oh, the acting. The cheap special effects. Oh, but let me see, what else did I watch? I forgot. I'm a dork. Anyway, sorry. Such a dummy. I watched a lot of Tosh.0 and some other stuff. Most of my life was filled with Farm Heroes and what else? Candy Crush Saga, which I should not play as much because it's really eaten into my fun, happy crafting time. So I'm gonna cut down on those games. Sorry. What else is there in my life? Oh, while I was at my finishing class, I had seen the yarn store, Beverly's, who owns Trillium Yarns. And if you're in the Morris County area, I highly recommend her. Trillium Yarns on Route 202. And she had posted something about the newest Rowan sock yarn, and oh my god, it is so fucking pretty. And ooh, just I picked up every single skein and I just gazed at the colors and the blending and the subtle sheen of the, I think it was silk, I'm not sure, silk or tencel, and the tightness of the plies, and I just said, damn, that's gorgeous. Why don't I need sock yarn? But I don't need sock yarn, so I didn't buy it, but I recommend you check it out. It is Rowan's Fine Art, that's what it's called. Rowan Yarn's Fine Art Sock Yarn. It is delicious. So, that's the pretty yarn review. Don't have a magazine review because I am pooped. What else? Oh, let me give you my contact information before I fall asleep, or get anxious about playing games, or knitting, or crocheting, or spinning. Contact info. You can find me on Ravelry as JD, and that is always spelled JADEE. And there's a group on Ravelry for the podcast. Feel free to join our happy group full of awesome people like you. And then, oh shit, I'm so sorry, I almost forgot you, Artcom, you wonderful, wonderful person. She was so sweet to me, and she actually treated me to a wonderful ebook. It's by Rosemary Hill, and it's 7 small shawls geared to the muses. And thank you so much, Artcom. It is beautiful and inspiring, and I feel like diving into the stash and ignoring everything else, but I've got other things I need to make too. But thank you so much, Artcom. Mwah! Love you. I did not want to forget to say thank you because I am very grateful for that generous ebook gift. Thank you. Of course, I printed it out right in front of my boss and bound it to a cover with a spine bounding. I'm sure he saw that all. Didn't say a word. My boss is nice and understands I have yarn on the brain almost 97% of the time. And fandoms eat up the rest. Sims eats up a lot too. Oh, Sims. Now that we've got wireless, last week I had a bit of a problem trying to get to sleep. Those YouTube videos won't watch themselves. But I digress. Let me give you the blog for the podcast is not www. It is just Twisted Strands with an extra s.blogspot.com. Email me if you like at jdalt@gmail.com. You can also keep up with me at Plurk as JD666, Pinterest as JD666, Twitter as JD666, Facebook as JD then Huff, being my last name. I couldn't call myself JD, that would be just silly. And what else is there? Pinterest, Twitter, did I say Twitter? JD666, there you go. I'm easy to remember. Anyway, please join the group. I want to thank you all, new and old, male or female or undecided. Thank you for joining me tonight, and there will be more yarny goodness and all that next week. Mwah. Love you. Have a good week. Happy crafting, darlings. Bye-bye.